On June 8th, the Missouri History Museum opened its first ever full-scale exhibit about LGBTQIA+ history in St. Louis called Gateway to Pride.
For so long, the LGBTQIA+ experience was, for the most part, hidden. So what's so important about this exhibit is that we're really kind of going public and in a big way with artifacts, with oral histories, with other sort of compelling experiences to show all of the ways that the LGBTQI+ experience is woven into St. Louis's history.
Ian Darnell is the assistant curator for LGBTQIA+ collections at the Missouri History Museum. He says the exhibit is the result of roughly a decade of work.
And this was a really aggressive effort to collect the materials that document the history of LGBTQIA+ people in the St. Louis area. So we gathered artifacts, archival documents, oral histories, photographs, and more.
The exhibit is also connected to efforts by Stephen Lewis Brawley, the founder of the St. Louis LGBT History Project.
Back as far as about 2007, that group was sort of already pioneering the work of collecting meaningful artifacts, recording stories. So we connected with them. Many of the things that the St. Louis LGBT History Project collected were passed on to the museum.
The exhibit contains many artifacts from notable queer people from our region, including a jacket and track shoes worn by Olympian Helen Stevens, otherwise known as the Fulton Flash.
So you'll see objects like clothing, like the costumes that a drag performer wore, or the uniforms that athletes wore, or the wedding clothes that same-sex couples wore at their marriage ceremonies. We also have archival documents like posters and flyers from community organizations. We have historical photographs, including some really amazing photos of gay bars and nightclubs from the 1960s.
Darnell says it wasn't always easy to find artifacts and documents pertaining to queer history in St. Louis.
The farther back you go, the more that shame and stigma and discrimination hides the historical record as it pertains to LGBTQIA+ people. So when we were exploring the 19th century, the early 20th century, we had to do a lot of detective work in the archives, and we had to look at our own collections in a new way to find these stories.
And though the exhibit explores the joys and successes of the local LGBTQIA+ community, it also recognizes the setbacks and tragedies they faced.
We tackle difficult topics like the AIDS crisis, political setbacks like the passage of Amendment 2, which was an amendment to the Constitution of the state of Missouri in 2004 that defined marriage as being only between one man and one woman. So it's, I think that when people go through this exhibit, they'll experience a full range of emotions.
The exhibit will be open from June 8th, 2024 to July 6, 2025. Dara Taylor, Managing Director of Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Accessibility, says it's important that the exhibit is open beyond just Pride Month.
We have African American History Month, which falls in February, but Black history should be celebrated all year, and we feel the same way about LGBTQI+ history. We believe that this history should be shown and appreciated all year round.
And though Ian Darnell recognizes that not everyone will support this exhibit, he hopes it's a learning opportunity for all St. Louisans.
We were really deliberate in this exhibit to include a wide range of perspectives from both within and beyond the LGBTQI+ community. So there isn't a single viewpoint that we're trying to push on visitors. What we are showing, though, is all of the many ways that LGBTQIA+ people fit into St. Louis's history. So I think that this is a wonderful opportunity for everyone in the community, whatever their background, whatever their point of view, to learn more about this facet of our city's history and to get a better understanding of the historical changes that have created the world that we live in today.
For Living St. Louis, I'm Veronica Moheski.